What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for a preview. Um, Already the next one because it feels like I did the Verona one only yesterday, but it wasn't. But we played Saturday, 2 days of rest, and we play again. That's the schedule we have. That's the amount we have, and that's why I was worried because of the way we played against Verona. Not the result, like 3 points are the 3 points, but the way we played still worries me. But we will get into that. We will get into the quotes. We will get into the predicted lineup, and we can get into us being back in the title race, apparently. But before we do that, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification if you are new. Also, Justin is probably going to be back next week, like on a regular basis. And Julian, maybe a week or 2, 3 before he can be back more consistently. So that's that. But yeah, let's get into the prediction. Or the prediction into the preview. Allegri's presser was kind of quick, for the type of game we were playing. It was a quick one. It was a very basic one. Nothing special besides one thing I thought was special. Other than that, very very basic, very relaxed, and very quick in my opinion. Usually he goes on one question. He goes on a run where he can speak for like 2 minutes. That wasn't there today, but yeah. Let's get into it. The first thing he said, and that's what I've been saying, tomorrow, we need to basically not win it already, because that is very unlikely, but basically already kind of put it away, where you are going to Inter in a couple of weeks and you will not make the final only if you have a big off day. That's what we need to do tomorrow. I think we need to go for it, because I will bring up the predicted Inter lineup as well. We need to go for it. It's a home game. We are in a good momentum. Inter, not really. Like they are in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, but even that game against Porto, they should have lost easily, but they didn't. They are struggling all season. They lost on the weekend. They didn't deserve to lose. I will read the quotes first. He said, "We need to create the conditions to make the final. Inter is a strong team, regardless of the moment they're experiencing. Inzaghi is doing a great job at Inter. He won at Lazio. The Nerazzurri are not going through a good period in terms of results, but the performance against Fiorentina was good." Now, I agree. I thought they played well against Fiorentina, well enough to win that game very easily. But I think everybody saw the clips of Lukaku and Lautaro. They messed up a lot, basically. They messed up so many chances, especially Lukaku. Then it's very difficult for you to win games. But like actually, style of play, the way they played, it was good. It was more than enough to beat Fiorentina very easily, especially in that first half. Like they had more than enough, but they didn't. That's the moment they're in now. We have been in those moments, and we've kind of snapped out of it, kind of out of nowhere, where nobody was really expecting it, but we went on a roll out of nowhere. So that could easily happen to Inter again. But at this moment in time, they are in a very bad period result-wise. Not really playing-wise. Depends. Against us at home, they were terrible. But then they come back after a break, and they play very well, but they don't win, or they don't pick up a point even. So it's 50-50 on that. But I think he's right. I think they played well against Fiorentina. But yeah, if you don't finish your chances, you're just gonna lose. It's as simple as that. We've seen it. We've been there plenty of times, and yeah, that's what it is. Nothing more on Inter. He also said we don't need to get ahead of ourselves. We have done nothing. Blah blah blah. All those things. Like this month can be. You can come out of this month and be depressed as hell, where you're like, what just happened? Out of the Coppa, out of the Europa League, completely out of the top 4 race. That could also happen this month. So you need to stay relaxed and calm, and yeah, I mean, take it game by game, especially this month. You know, there's no need. You can look ahead because you know what's up in the schedule, but you cannot think about Lazio, because this is important now. Like if you were playing Bologna, Cremonese, and all those teams in a streak this month, then yeah, you can look ahead and talk about points. But now you need to take it game by game. Then he went on to talk about individual players. So Chiesa is back on the bench. So good, I guess. But like the Pogba thing, I don't really care unless he's starting games, not even getting 50 minutes. Then I will just be excited. At this point, it is what it is. You know, we've been here, we've done it. Chiesa back on the bench, gone for a few weeks. So I'm not excited about it unless I see him getting a start. Then I will look up to it. Up to that point, anything can happen, as we have seen. Same for Pogba. Pogba will be back in training for more, like for parts of it this week. Bonucci will be back on Wednesday in training. I think Sandro's not 100% fit, he said, and that's kind of it, you know. That's all the injuries, I guess. But he talked about Locatelli, or he was asked about Locatelli, and he said, actually, he said what I said. He said Locatelli has grown a lot. He's much faster in distributing the ball, and he can still improve a lot. Now, I think I've been saying it before the World Cup. I thought Locatelli was not playing well and hasn't played well consistently ever since he joined. You know, I've said it. I don't understand what the issue is, because he can have very good games and he can have very poor games up to that point, and it's very frustrating to watch, because when you see the good things, you're like, why can you not replicate even half of that the following week? You know, it can be that tough, right? Or that difficult. But I thought he was struggling ever since he joined. Like, it was hot and cold, even in games. He can have good moments, and then he can have disaster of 15 minutes where you like get him off before something goes wrong really quickly. Now, credit to him. After the World Cup, he completely turned it around, because now he's playing at a high level consistently. That's the most important thing. Like, it's not he plays well against Inter and then it's done the next game, or he plays well against Verona and then it's done the next game. He's putting those games back to back to back now. That was the only thing I was saying about him, because he has the qualities, but if you only can show it once every 2 weeks or whatever, then yeah, I cannot see you as a quality player, whatever. Now he's putting it together, which is good. And I agree, I think he can improve, because at times he holds on to the ball a little bit too much or too long. If he can get that out of his game, he can be, yeah, actually he can be fantastic, you know. I'm not going to say world class and whatever, but he can be fantastic. I think that's what he's inching on, because defensively I've always liked him. It was on the ball, his movements, that was what kind of bothered me. But actually, credit to him, because after the World Cup break, he's been looking amazing. So that's good for us, obviously, because we pay quite a lot of money for him with bonuses. So it's only a good thing. But now he's putting those games together. That's the most important thing, I guess, especially when Pogba's not fit. Miretti is coming back from injury. We're kind of short, you know. So that's good news. But yeah, the following player he talked about is a player we have all been talking about the last couple of days, and that's Junior, because he told a flat out lie in presser that it's as simple as that. He said, Junior momentarily is Costas' deputy. In my opinion, he has the qualities to be Mezzala, but I haven't tried it yet. First part, he's not the deputy of Kostic, because Kostic was on the bench and he started the Sciglio. So that's a flat out lie. I don't like that he said that, because if he was, he would have been starting ahead of the Sciglio. So he's behind both of them. It's as simple as that. It's sad, but that's what's gonna happen if you give the Sciglio a contract. We knew it. I personally knew that. That's what's gonna happen, and that's what's probably gonna happen from now until the end of the season. So that was a flat out lie, because he's not. He's behind two players at this moment in time, and I cannot understand why. Because the Sciglio offers absolutely nothing positively. Like it's just watching paint dry. Like nothing comes out of it. You will pop up for 10 minutes in a game where you're like, oh, that's solid, you know. But other than that, it doesn't offer you anything. Like it's not wow or whatever. Like it's not exciting or whatever you want to say. So I don't get it. I think he's very frustrating. I think the rumors about us selling him are, I think, very true because the Sciglio is going absolutely nowhere. Kostic is obviously not going nowhere, anywhere. And I think he only signed a deal until 24 or something, Junior, which always was, at the time, I said that sounds very, um he's very, it's a very weird contract, you know? Um, and maybe now this makes sense, you know? It does. So, very strange. If he's not gonna get game time in this month, what I've said, many games, top games, then yeah, I don't think he's gonna be here after this summer. I just don't, you know, because that was a flat out lie in my opinion. Edgar is saying the Sciglio is not is a useful player. He's not as bad as you put it. Um, yeah, I mean we have different standards for the club. It's as simple as that. You still like Icardi, why he's doing absolutely nothing in the Turkish league. So we all we like different players, you know. It is what it is. If you think the Sciglio is a useful player, then good, you know. But he has absolutely no impact into the squad, positive wise, where you're like, ah, that's great. No, he does the absolutely basic stuff, and at that point, I'm like, yeah, you know, okay, whatever. We loaned him out. He came back. We gave him a new deal. I thought the message was clear. We were the only club in for him, which is even more hilarious. Um, yeah, like I said, he's not. It's not that he can have an absolutely terrible game, like the Spezia one, and he got pulled at halftime. He usually has a very anonymous game, and you might say that's good, fine. If you can look at that way, anonymous, no problem. He does his job. But we play in the back three, a 3-5-2, and you have Quadrado on the other side doing absolutely nothing, and you have the Sciglio being anonymous for 90 minutes. I don't like that. I don't see the point of it. You know, I just don't, because when Kostic plays, you can see a difference of impact. You just like I'm not even talking. Put away assists because I'm not expecting the Sciglio to have that many assists as Kostic, but Kostic is involved in the game. You can see he's on that pitch. I cannot see the Sciglio on the pitch. I can see Quadrado on the pitch, but it's not good. But at least he's involved. The Sciglio is not involved. At times, even last week against Verona, it was 25 minutes into the game, and I was like, is he playing? Like, he's not involved in the play for many reasons, and that's not useful, in my opinion. That's just not useful. I cannot bring up the comments again for some reason. Let me pull this. Let me do this. Why can I not pull up the comments? Okay. Hanina saying not even useful. The game was going the flank. He wasn't. Yeah, I said it. Like he got passed. Like Kostic way to PSG in the first half. Sure can make blow flanks and can cross with both feet. He's a good squad player, not a starter though. That's my point. But he is starting. He's starting over Iling Jr. We're not gonna see Iling Jr. at this point. He can play both sides. Define play because Bernardeschi can play 7 positions, but in all 7 positions he was absolutely crap. You know, he was a bang average player. In all the positions he got put in, that's not you can play in every position. You can stand in every position, but you cannot actually play. Danilo is playing in this position now because he cannot play in his natural position. You know, that's just what happened. Same for Bernardeschi. Like the excuse was for him, oh, but he can play in mid-zone, he can play on the right, he can play as a striker. No, he cannot. Like you can put him there, he will try to do it, but he can. Like he's average. He just can. So that's the same thing for me. Just because he plays both sides doesn't mean make him useful. For the amount we play him, he's not useful. He struggled with a throw in last game. Yeah, that was that was that was that was a weird one, by the way. That was a weird one. But yeah, let me see. Cuadrado was washed. That this was evident last year. Yeah, we did not address this glaring need. Yeah, and he's still playing. You know, he's still playing, which is yeah. In the back three, wing backs are most important, and the Sciglio is starting in the most important position. That's my point. Like he's very, very, very useless. You know, you say Junior can defend, the Sciglio can attack. So you're playing with a back whatever. Like it's a back three, but it's not. The Sciglio cannot attack. He just can't. You know, it's ridiculous. He offers no threat. When Junior has the ball, at least you know something's gonna happen. He can take on a man on speed, whatever. Yes, he's not the best defender. I get that. But you're playing freaking Verona at home. Like, I'm sorry. Like, and we still struggle, by the way. We still struggle to create anything significantly. So make that Mark is saying, is Pellegrino for Botta better than what we have? I know this is sad. No, I hope they stay with like no. It's just the same thing. Like it's just average players, and that's it. You know, Frabotta I still don't get that, and Pellegrini I will never understand. You know, I will just never understand the Pellegrini hype, to be honest. But yeah, why we debate about a below average player like the Sciglio? I hate Milan for this deal. The funny part is we were getting out. We were out of that deal. He was out of contract. But this is the club, you know. This is the club that appreciates what Alexandro still offers, you know, who probably is thinking Cuadrado can have another year, you know. That's who we are. It's ridiculous, and I will never accept that. I will call it out, you know, because at one point, because people love the club so much, they will accept anything and they will try to find any positivity when there is none. It's okay to say those players. I like Cuadrado, but he's been dumb for 2 seasons now. It's as simple as that, you know. But when the moment you say that, oh, respect, he played 300 games, good. Like I don't have a problem with him as a person, but he's done. Like what do you want me to say? Alexander is gonna be the top player, foreign player with most appearances soon. He's been bad for 3 years or something. Like, what is this? I will remember that. But people going back into the past, looking back, who have never watched Alexander play, they're going to think, wow, so many games. That's amazing. We will know the truth, you know, that he's been bad for many years. But you cannot say that for some reason. You will get called out saying, oh, but he's a loyal servant to the club. No, he's not. I mean, yes, he is, but on so much money and when the standard of you performing are so low, I would say as well. I'm not gonna lie. Wish Pirlo would have stayed at least for another season. The best thing he did was trying to get the trash out. The frog. Yeah, like whatever. So what was I talking about before this? Oh, I was talking about Junior. So yeah, that was a lie, by the way. That was a complete lie. Junior is not gonna play. Or like, if, he's not the deputy of Kostic because Kostic was on the bench and the Sciglio was playing and we were playing a back three, so that was a flat out lie, and I have no idea why he was lying. Yeah, but let's see. So that's all Allegri had kind of to say, like all relevant or like kind of interesting things he had to say. Other than that, there was nothing more. Very boring presser, to be honest. But yeah, let's go into the predicted lineup. So it's Coppa Italia, so it's gonna be Perin and goal again. I prefer Chesney, but whatever. You know, if Perin plays, Perin plays. Like I don't I don't see a problem. It's going to be the same back three. So it's going to be Danilo Bremer Gatti, who is playing very well, Gatti. Like, he played well against Freiburg, played well against Inter, played well against Verona. Let's see if he can keep that, playing very well streak alive. Hopefully he does. But let's see. So he deserves to play, but there's nobody else. So he's playing. Then you have Quadrado, Fagioli, Locatelli, Rabiot's back from suspension, or like he was suspended last game, so he's back. Kostic is gonna start, and then it's Di Maria behind Vlahovic. So, actually, the expected lineup, it's the expected lineup because Chiesa's not fit, Pogba's not there, Mireti's not 100% still. So that's a predicted or like the expected lineup. I have no real issue with it. I just don't, it is what it is. I'm gonna say this. No, I will read out the. I will read out the Inter lineup first, and then I will go into predictions and stuff. Because when I saw the Inter lineup, I couldn't believe it. By the way, so the Inter predicted lineup is the same thing. Handanovic, so the switch goalkeeper in the Coppa Italia. It's Darmian, Acerbi, Bastoni in a back three. It's Bellanova, Barella, Aslani, Mkhitaryan, Di Marco, Dzeko, Lautaro. Now, I was gonna say with all due respect, but I don't respect them. So with no respect, we should beat them easily. And with easily, I mean 2-0, 3-1. That should happen tomorrow. If that's the predicted Inter lineup, you should basically go into the return leg with a 2-goal difference. Like that's all I'm gonna say, because we are the better team. There are no excuses. We are the better team. Out of all the teams in the league, besides Napoli, because they are in a different world at this moment in time, and I know they lost. We are the second best team in this Serie A this season, I believe. So there's no excuse, especially when you see that Inter lineup. I couldn't believe it. There's no excuse to not win tomorrow, obviously, but I believe there's also not really an excuse to kind of win with no big problems, if you know what I mean, like 2-0, 3-1, something like that. I think we have enough out there on the pitch to do it, because if you think back at the game before the World Cup break, we won without any problems, to be honest. Like, there was no moment in the game where I'm like, they're hammering us, they're peppering us, we're just gonna concede at one point. Like, I never had that feeling. We were in total control the entire game, in my opinion. We play at home now. They are coming from a defeat. You might say the cliche thing. They're angry, blah, blah, blah. We're coming from a streak. It's now or never. If you play it right tomorrow, be focused, take it very seriously, you could be almost in a Coppa final. You could. So again, my prediction is, like I didn't predict because I was out and I couldn't do a preview. But I'm going to predict a win. I'm going to say we're going to win 2-0. Goals are going to come from Di Maria and Vlahovic tomorrow. Let me know your predictions in the chat. That's just... I'm confident. I think we all should be confident. Like, it's home against Inter. I think you should be confident to beat them. We will play Napoli at home in a couple of weeks. I won't do the preview because I'm going to the game. But I will predict a win because, yes, they're a better team, but we are at home. I expect us to beat them at home. Like, I do expect us to beat Inter tomorrow at home. So 2-0 is my prediction. Di Maria and Vlahovic. I actually don't have a hot take for this game. I don't know, because I predicted 2-0 win. I don't think there is a hot take. Maybe a hot take is Fagioli getting 2 assists, because I believe he needs to get more assists because he has all the tools to do it. I think it's just missing a little bit at this moment in time. But other than that, we should beat them tomorrow. We should. I'll be very disappointed if we don't beat them tomorrow. If we lose, obviously. But even if it's a draw or just only a 1-0, I will be very disappointed because I expect and I need a quite easy win tomorrow, But yeah, let me see. Alexander is saying 2 or 3-0 with a bit of luck. Who knows? Asad is saying Cuadrado will score. That wouldn't surprise me at all, to be honest. So that could be a hot take. Mark is saying the factor is bad blood from the last game. I think it will be a tighter than you think. They will come out firing. They will be ready for it because what happened last game. But we shouldn't, we should be firing. Like, it's even if what happened last time didn't happen, it's the biggest game in Italy. You should be up for it. Like, it's always going to be that type of game. There will always be controversy. There will always be fights and whatever, and throwing, at each other. So still, we need to, Hanina is saying hot take, Vlahovic will not start. He will. Because you cannot bench him tomorrow. You just can't. Like, he needs to play. If he plays Keane in these type of games, then, hey, keep killing Vlahovic, I'm going to say. He's not going to be happy. He's already struggling with goals. If you bench him at home in the biggest game in the country, I don't think that's going to help him, I don't think so. So I saw the rumors about Keane starting, but surely he's not going to do that. Hot take, Rabiot bullying Inter's whole midfield. Edgar saying I think it's a 2-2 draw. I don't think I'll watch because Italian Cup is an irrelevant cup unless tied in with Europe Champions League, especially a big club like you. It's not irrelevant. I want to win it, but if we only win the Coppa Italia, I'm not going to say at the end of the season it was a good season because we won a cup like fans do with an FA Cup. Because yes, I agree we have standards, but I will do it. I'll still rate it. I don't rate the Supercoppa. That's a friendly. If you play Inter, I want to win, but that's that basically. Oh, another saying 1-1 draw and a hot take. There are gonna be 3 red cards in the match. Oh boy. I hope not, because we're gonna need everyone, especially because the next few games we're probably gonna pick up injuries. Like, knock on wood, but it's probably gonna happen. With the type of games you play and how many games you play, it's just bound to happen at this point. Jockey Bro is saying copy paste of last match, a stinky 1-0 win. Struggle in the second half. I don't think we really struggled in the second half. We messed up so many good opportunities with our final decision making. But other than Gatti clearing a ball in front of Perin for a tap-in from Lukaku, I don't think there was any real danger. There was one shot from outside of the box. Was it from Çalhanoğlu, Mkhitaryan, whoever? Other than that, I never had a feeling we were going to concede. Inter is imploding, which is lovely to see. The pressure of fighting on all fronts is showing with certain clubs. Maybe, could be. I think if Miretti sees Mirit, he gets his first. At one point, we're going to be right about that. At one point, it needs to happen. I have a bad feeling after match against Hellas. I think Inter will have anger because we beat them in the last 2 games. Yeah, they can have anger, but yeah, we are the better team. That's why we won. So we should win again. Last match. Oh, against Verona, I agree. That still worries me. So if we play a crappy game, I wouldn't be surprised, but I expect a good game and I expect to win. No excuses. But again, if we play a crappy game, I will not come on and say, where is this coming from? Because the Verona game was a worry for me. It was really poor. Like, it was actually one of the worst games of the season again. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification. It's probably going to be only this week that you're only going to see me. Maybe you'll see Justin in 1 or 2 videos. Starting from next week, it will be more Justin. And maybe in a week or 2, 3 time, also more Julian. So they're almost back, which is good for you, good for me. So I can take a little break during the week. But yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. Tomorrow, no live match reaction, just a pre-recorded one. But I will be live on Wednesday for a post-game, probably with some members. I still need to ask. Thursday there will be just a daily. Friday there will be a preview, or Saturday from Julian. So stay tuned for that. And then Saturday the usual stuff, post game, blah blah blah, all those things. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.